Hi everyone, my name's Kendra. Welcome back to my channel. Today's yoga video is for any time that you're feeling like you want to do some yoga. Great for all levels, so whenever you're ready, we'll get started. The top of our mats. Allow the feet to be hip width apart, arms lengthening down towards your torso. Let the eyes close or the gaze to be soft for a moment. Gently deepening the inhalation and exhalation. Feeling all 10 toes grounding on the mat. Drawing the navel slightly in. Soften the shoulders, soften the neck. Crown of the head comfortably lengthening up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging from the hips, take the torso, length it forward over the legs. Arms dangling down towards the floor. Soften the back of the neck. A slight bend in the knees if the calves and the hamstrings feel super tight in this position. Place the hands onto the hips, grounding into the feet. Inhale, lengthen up into standing. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, take the torso, lengthen it back down. Bending the knees as much as you have to have the fingertips on the mat. Belly resting on top of the thighs. Grounding into the feet, inhale with a long spine. Lengthen up into standing. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, arms back up. Stay here. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge from the hips, sit down into an imaginary chair. So really hinging from the hips, allow the sit bones to move back towards the back wall. Most of your weight is in the heels. All 10 toes could even lift up off of the mat for a moment and then re-ground the toes. Good. The knees are stacked on top of the ankles. Draw the navel in, hips level. Keep reaching the arms up overhead. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms stay up overhead. Inhale, come up onto the tippy toes, lift the heels off of the mat. Keep the arms where they are. Exhale, slowly bend the knees. Sit down into your chair. Find your balance. Imagine that you have a block in between the inner thighs. Squeeze that imaginary block, inner thighs engage. Heels are still lifted off of the floor. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, release the heels down. Exhale, hinging from the hips, lengthen over the legs. Soften everything forward. Bend the knees as much as you have to ground the hands onto the mat. Step the right foot back. Step the left foot back, find your plank. Pressing back through both heels, legs are straight and strong. Draw the navel in, hips level. Palms stacked directly underneath the shoulders. Shoulder blades broaden. option to come down onto your knees. Take 3 deep, full breaths. Exhale, slowly pike your hips. Find your downward dog. Feet are comfortably hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees to help the calves and the hamstrings. Sit bones are lengthening up towards the ceiling. Shoulder blades broaden. Ground deeply into all 10 fingers, especially the pointer finger and the thumb. Inhale, look in between the hands. Step the right foot forward. Bending into the right knee stacked on top of the right ankle. Press back through the left heel. Inhale, carry the torso up. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, ground the left heel onto the mat. Open up the arms, right arm goes forward, left arm goes back. Look down at the right knee. Be mindful of the right knee, making sure that's not dropping in or going out. It's going towards the middle of the toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the right forearm on top of the right thigh. Inhale, carry the left arm up overhead. Exhale, look down at the right foot. Windmill the hands, ground the palms. Left heel lifts off of the mat. Good. Exhale, release the left knee onto the mat. Untuck the toes of the left foot. Move the left calf and foot towards the right side of your mat. Walk the hands towards the left. Straighten the right leg. Lift the right toes off the mat. Inhale, carry the right arm up overhead. Take the gaze, look up towards the ceiling, or the gaze looks down towards the floor, whatever feels best for your neck. Breathing deeply. Exhale, ground the right hand onto the floor. Walk the hands back towards the right. Bring the left leg back to neutral, bend into the right knee, right foot grounded. Tuck the left toes. Inhale, lift the left knee off the mat. Grounding the palms, step the right foot back to meet the left into your plank. Legs are straight or knees released onto the mat, whatever feels best for you. Take 4 breaths here. Notice the muscles that have to engage to keep you in this position. And then also notice the muscles that you don't need to be holding on to. Maybe there's tension in the jaw. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale, pike your hips, downward dog. Inhale, look in between the hands, step the left foot forward. Grounding into the left foot, bend the left knee. Right heel is lifted, grounding the right toes. Your strength. Inhale, carry the torso all the way up. Reach the arms up overhead. Find your balance. Feet are hip width apart still, so it's a little bit easier to balance. Be mindful that the left foot isn't directly in front of the right. That will make it harder to balance. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Keep pressing back through the right heel. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground the right heel onto the mat. Open up the arms parallel. Left arm forward, right arm back. Shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Gaze looks over the left fingertips. Exhale, ground the left forearm on top of the left thigh. Inhale, carry the right arm up overhead. Keep the left side body lengthening. Even though we're drawing our bodies towards the left, keep pressure in the left forearm to help lengthen the left side body. Look down at the left foot, windmill the hands, ground the palms, lift the right heel off the mat. Release the right knee onto the mat, untuck your toes. Move the right foot and shin towards the left side of your mat. Walk the hands all the way towards the right, ground the right hand onto the floor, straighten the left leg, lift the left foot off of the mat, inhale left arm up overhead. All 5 toes of the left foot are lifting up towards the ceiling. Inhale, gaze looks up towards the ceiling, or gaze looks down towards the floor, whatever feels best for your neck. Steady breath here. Exhale, ground the left hand onto the mat. Walk the hands back towards the left foot. Take the right leg back to neutral. Ground the left foot, bending the left knee. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Inhale, lift the right knee off of the mat. Ground the palms, step the left foot back to meet the right into your plank. 3 breaths here. Find your positioning. Maybe the knees are on the mat or they're lifted. Challenge yourself with awareness. What do you need right now? Exhale, release the knees onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Open up the knees as wide as your mat. Slowly press the sit bones back towards the heels. Allow the forehead to rest onto the floor. Focus on taking deep, full breaths here. Keeping the arms extending forward. Walk the arms towards the left side of your mat. Allow the forehead to follow. Keep reaching the arms, grounding the palms, curving the body towards the left, settling the sit bones back towards the heels. Inhale, walk the hands back through center. Exhale, walk the hands towards the right side of your mat, forehead follows. Inhale back through center. Ground the palms close underneath the shoulders. Press the hands into the mat. Inhale, carry yourself all the way up. Move the legs out of the way. Sit down onto your glutes. Legs can either be crossed or the legs can be straight out in front of you, whatever feels best. Eyes can be closed or the gaze soft. Take a second here before you transition into your day or evening. Find gratitude for your body. And taking this time for you. And when you feel ready, you can move on to your day or evening. Thanks for joining me.